So before we even think about planting any vegetables, we're going to need a few things. We're going to need a greenhouse, polytunnel, some raised beds, some water catchment tanks, some solar panels perhaps, a few bits of infrastructure that are going to help us along the way. So today, in this video, we're going to just do a little bit of planning and work out where everything's got to go. Now, one of the most important things we're going to need to consider is sunlight. It's a beautiful day today, but it is the end of October now, and because of the position of the sun in the sky, most of the garden is in the shade. And obviously plants, particularly vegetables, need good sunlight to grow. So before we can work out where to put anything, we need to work out where the sun is going to be in the garden. Okay, so I downloaded this free app from the App Store to help me see where the sun was going to be in the sky in the summer. So this will give me a better idea of where there's going to be shadows and what time we're going to get sunshine over which parts of the garden. So our garden is about 7 meters wide by about 25 meters long. But because of the building, obviously we do get a fair bit of shade throughout the year. So what I need to do is maximize the space on the left hand side of the garden, as that is the side that gets the most amount of sun. So you can just see the sun now beginning to appear on the right hand side. It's past midday, late October, and we're just starting to get the sun now. I'm actually going to clear a little bit more space. I'm going to clear back this bush on the left hand side a little, and some of the buddleia on the left hand side, to make as much room as I can in the sunny spots. Right, it's official. I've invented a new word. It's called Compost. That's because it's going to take a blooming long time for this compost to break down. Created this new pile in the corner of the garden, and it's really twiggy and rooty and branchy, so it's not going to turn into compost anytime soon. However, it will eventually, and it's now in the corner of my garden, not where it shouldn't be. Right, let's give you a little tour. So we've got 4 beds that are going to go in here along this way. So you come up the garden. I think I will run a polytunnel up the middle, and I've got some bamboo screening to go in just to hide the view out the window. Now I was going to put this greenhouse here, but I just stacked it up against the tree over here out the way, and I think actually that's a pretty good place for it to be. So I'm just going to put a square raised bed in there, and then come up past the tree. Greenhouse can pop in there, and then I think I've got enough room for 2 more raised beds in there, possibly 3, but we'll see. And then up in this corner is where I'm going to put the shed. And I've got all this Celotex or whatever insulation boards, which I think if I put a polytunnel in the middle of the garden, I will put underneath the foundation just to protect it, keep it warm, as warm as possible anyway. So you'll also have noticed I've got some little piles of timber around, just so I can start laying things out on the floor, so I can show you where everything's going to go. Just up at the top of the garden, I just wanted to mention that the reason why the water butt is going to be up here along with the shed is that the roof of the shed is going to be the water collection into the tank, and then also on the top of the roof would be where I can put some solar panels, take advantage of all this sunshine right throughout the later part of the day. So yeah, the water can then, this is the highest point in the garden, the water can then be piped down the hill using gravity if I decide that I don't want to power a pump and things. Also just started bringing in some sleepers to lay out, mark out where the polytunnel is going to go. So yeah, it's all coming together. Build the real ones out of bricks. So that's how I've planned my garden. I've got a lot of jobs to do. So the next series is going to be a how to build series, where I put all of this stuff together, one video at a time. So if you enjoyed this one, please do like and subscribe. It really does help the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.